All right, guys. So now that you've downloaded your drag and drop samples, you're going to find them in the downloads folder. Again, there's two ways to do this. You can either click on the desktop, hit Command F, and it'll bring up this window. And all you have to do is go here and make sure you go to the downloads tab, and that will show you the downloads folder. Or again, you can go down to the bottom, and the downloads folder should be right here. See how it says downloads? If you click on that, it will show you the latest download, which is the drag and drop samples. You can click and hold that and drop it in the desktop, but I'm going to do it from here. So Command F, downloads right here. There's the folder I need. I'm going to grab it, drag it down to my desktop, and I'm going to release it. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am going to go to Logic, and I'm going to open Logic. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do it. Next, I'm going to go to Command Shift N. Do you remember what this is the shortcut for? It's how to create a new session. Once you do that, you're going to get this page right here. And you want to make sure that audio is selected. See that? It's in blue. Sometimes it'll open up and it'll select software instrument. We're not dealing with this right now. We're dealing with audio. Okay, so you're going to, once you do that, you're going to go down to where it says create right here. And you're going to click create. All right, so the very first thing I like to do when I get started with a brand new session is I like to make sure that I know what my tempo is. So in this case, this is unrehearsed, so we're doing this together. All right, let's make it 100. So I'm going to go up here, see this number right here. Watch what happens when I leave my mouse there. See it says tempo. I'm going to double click on that. Make sure that it highlights everything, and we're going to make this 100. So 100 and enter. And now my tempo is 100 BPMs. BPMs, you're going to need to know this. BPMs stands for beats per minute. Beats per minute. So if I say to you, what is the BPMs? I'm asking you what's the tempo of the song. Okay, so make sure you do that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save the session before I even do anything. So I'm going to hold Command. You're going to need to know this. Hold Command. Tap the letter S, and that's going to bring up this page right here. Now, I want to save my sessions to my desktop. This is something I like to do, either desktop or an external hard drive. In this case, we're going to the desktop. So there's two ways to do it. Once you hit Command S, you're going to get this page. You can either go to where it says desktop right here and click on that, and that will show you the view of the desktop. Or you can press Command D, and look, see how it says downloads? It's showing you the downloads folder. When I hit Command D, it's going to change it to desktop. Command D means desktop. So Command D. See how now it's showing me, it selected the desktop and it's showing me the desktop view. So once you do this, you're going to go up here and you're going to name this first name. So I'm going to put Victor drag and drop, PROJ. Okay. Once you do that, make sure that you go down here where it says organize my project as a, and it's going to say package and folder. You want to click package. And then down here where it says copy the following files into your project, you want to click audio files. So again, you want to make sure that organize my project as a package, and where it says copy the following files into your project, you want to do audio files. Once you've done this, you're going to go where it says save right here, and you're going to click save. Boom. Now, if we look up here, you'll see that it says exactly what I named it. Victor drag and drop. So make sure you do that. Okay. The next thing I like to do is I like to do a vertical zoom. And remember, you can either go up here to the slider and do it this way. All right. Or use the shortcut, which is you click on the workspace, command, and then arrow down. And you see how that's making it do a vertical zoom. So now that we have all that done, there's one function that we kind of brushed over in the intro to Logic, and now we're going to use that function. So I want to introduce it to you. It's this right here. It's the cycle, okay, icon/function. So if I click on that, that opens up this yellow bar right here. See it? This yellow bar. The shortcut for that is the letter C. See it? Press C, it's on. C, it's off. So we're going to be using this a lot in this video series and in this project. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to press C, and then I'm going to just make, what this does is, by the way, I apologize, this sets a loop. So you can set a loop for 2 bars, 1 bar, 4 bars, and so on and so forth. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to grab this bar in the middle, see how it brings up a little hand icon, and I'm going to drag this until, see how now this bar right here is on number 2. Let's do a little zoom here. I'm going to do a horizontal zoom. And see, this is 2. So again, this is the ruler down here. And this up here is where the cycle bar lives and where the measures are, or the bars. So I'm going to grab this cycle bar from right here. Notice how it's pointer. And then when I go right here, it grabs the cycle bar, and I'm going to move this to to bar number 3. So this is 1 bar. Okay, bar 2. And at the end of bar 2 is bar 3, obviously. So now we just have a 1 bar loop, and I'm going to do a little bit more of a zoom. If you don't know how to count bars, we're going to talk about this right now, actually. Bars are measures, okay? When you hear people say, yeah, I got bars, or spit a 16 bar verse, or an 8 bar hook, they're talking about bars or measures. The way that you count a measure or a bar, it can be a little tricky for people that have never really had a music lesson. So we're going to talk about this. But before we do that, we need to set our click volume. This is something you're going to need to know as well. So if you go up here to this icon, that's the click. It looks like a metronome. Okay, it's the click. I'm going to hold Option. I'm sorry. I'm going to hold Control, and then I'm going to click. And that's going to bring up this little window right here. So again, let's do that again. I'm going to put my mouse over the click or the metronome icon, hold Control, and then I'm going to click on it. That's going to bring up this window right here. So the next thing we want to do is go down to where it says metronome settings. See it? And I'm going to click on that, and that's going to bring up this window. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because sometimes the metronome can be really loud when you first start, and it can be painful if you're not ready for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. This is just customizing the click. Okay, this is basic. So we're going to go down to where it says volume, and we're going to drag this volume down, say to about the halfway point right here. And then we're going to take this tone right here. You see it? We're going to take that, and we're going to bring it down to about the halfway point. So let's put them both equally right there and right there. And once we've done that, we're going to hit the space bar, and we're going to hear the click. But anyway, I want you to pause the video right here. Go practice the skills I just showed you. Make sure you understand everything that we just talked about, and then come back. All right, guys, welcome back. So I'm going to hit the space bar, and then you're going to hear the click. Yeah, so let's just do that first. We don't hear anything. Nice. I like it. Why don't we hear anything? Because the function is not turned on. So again, we're going to go back to click. I'm going to click on it, and now it's purple. You see that? Now that it's purple, when I hit play, you're going to hear it. See, it's a little low. But the thing is, it's better to start off like that than to have the click just blaring and you end up with some bad tinnitus. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to tone right here, and we're going to bring this up, say to this spot right here, and I'm going to hit play again. That's a lot better. I'm going to grab the volume of the click, and I'm just going to bring that up a little bit, and I'm going to hit play one more time, more space bar. Okay, that works for me. So go do that. Go set your click volume. Get all of these things I just showed you ready. Make sure that you understand how all of it works, and then come back for another video. Thanks, guys.